I've always wondered, does my dog, Buddy, just sleep when I'm gone? Or does he have a whole secret life I know nothing about? We think we know our dogs, their every bark, their every tail wag. But what do they really do the second we close that door? Today, we find out. I've always wondered, does my dog, Buddy, just sleep when I'm gone? Or does he have a whole secret life I know nothing about? We think we know our dogs, their every bark, their every tail wag. But what do they really do the second we close that door? Today, we find out. We've hidden cameras all over the house to finally see what happens when we leave our dog all alone. The results were both shocking and heartwarming, and they completely changed how I think about his day. Stick around, because what we found might just change how you see your dog, too. The departure. All right, the stage is set. We've got a camera in the living room, one in the kitchen, and one pointed right at his favorite spot on the couch. Now for the hard part, the goodbye. I try to keep it low-key, just like the experts suggest, to avoid making a big deal out of it. A con departure is supposed to help reduce their anxiety. No big dramatic farewells, just a simple, be a good boy, bud. I'll be back soon. I grab my keys as sound he knows all too well and head for the door. The moment the door clicks shut is the moment his secret life begins. You can see it instantly. He runs to the door, gives it a few inquisitive sniffs, and then silence. He stands there for a moment, head cocked, listening to my footsteps fade. Then he does a quick patrol of the house. It's like a little security check. He walks from the front door to the back door, then into the kitchen, his tail low but steady. He's not panicked, just processing. He's officially on his own. What happens next is a mix of things I absolutely expected and a few things that truly surprised me. The first 10 minutes are a flurry of activity. He grabs his favorite squeaky squirrel, Squeaky, and throws it around the living room. This is his victory lap. The giant is gone. The house is mine. You can almost hear him thinking. He pounces, he tosses, he lets out a few triumphant squeaks. This is his happy place, his moment of pure, unadulterated dog joy. After a solid few minutes of playtime, he gets a drink of water, circles his bed 3 times, a non-negotiable part of the ritual, and plops down with a heavy sigh. The initial excitement has worn off. Now the real day begins. The Secret Life Montage, Part 1, Boredom and Contemplation. You'd think this is when the long, uninterrupted nap would start, and you'd be partially right. Buddy is a professional level napper. He shifts from his bed to the cool tile of the kitchen floor, then to the forbidden couch. Ah, the couch! He knows he's not supposed to be up there, but when I'm gone, the rules are more like suggestions. He doesn't just get on the couch, he conquers it. He digs at the pillows, rearranging them into a perfect nest. He stretches out, paws twitching, probably dreaming of chasing squirrels in a world made of bacon. But the sleep doesn't last forever. After about an hour, he's awake and seems to be hit by a profound sense of boredom. This is a common trigger for unwanted behaviors in dogs when they're left alone. He wanders from room to room, sniffing corners as if hoping to find something new and exciting that magically appeared. He stands at the window for a long, long time, just watching the world go by. A car drives past. A neighbor walks their dog. Each little event is a major headline in his quiet world. He'll let out a single, low woof every now and then, not an aggressive bark, but more of a comment. Noted, a leaf has fallen. This is the part that's both funny and a little bit sad. You can see his brain working, trying to find something, anything, to do. He rediscovers his tail. He chases it for a solid minute before seeming to remember he's tried this before. And the outcome is always the same. He licks the spot on the rug where he dropped a piece of cheese last week, just in case it has somehow regenerated. The life of a solo dog is one of endless optimism and thorough investigation. He's not being destructive, but you can feel the undercurrent of loneliness. He's not just waiting. He's passing time, and it's a stark reminder that his world largely revolves around his people. The Secret Life Montage, part to the sad howl. And then it happens. It's the moment that every dog owner dreads seeing. After another nap and another tour of the house, he settles by the front door. He isn't pacing or scratching, which can be classic signs of severe separation anxiety. Instead, he just lies down, his head on his paws, facing the door. He's waiting, patiently, for what feels like an eternity. He just lies there, a furry sentinel on duty, and then he lifts his head. It starts as a low whine, a little rumble in his chest. Then it builds into a full, heartbreaking howl. It's not loud or aggressive. It's a long, mournful, lonely sound that echoes through the quiet house. It's the sound of a dog calling out for his pack. Vocalizations like howling can be a symptom of a dog experiencing distress from being alone. He howls once, then twice, before settling back down with a deep, dramatic sigh that seems to say, "Well, I tried." Watching that single moment was a gut punch. We joke about our dogs missing us, but seeing the raw, unfiltered evidence of it is something else entirely. It's a profound look into their emotional world, a world they can't tell us about with words. And it's a good reminder that while howling is a potential sign of distress, some dogs show it in other ways like pacing or destructive behavior, while research suggests that up to half of dogs with separation issues may not show any obvious signs at all. That howl wasn't for the neighbors, it was for me, and it was a clear sign that I needed to do more to make his time alone not just bearable, but better. The climax and reunion. The hours tick by, filled with more naps, more window gazing, and more sighs. He eventually gives up his post by the door and returns to his nest on the couch, sleeping in fits and starts. But then, about 10 minutes before I'm scheduled to get home, something changes. His ears perk up, his head lifts. He gets off the couch and goes back to the door, his tail giving a few tentative wags. He can hear my car, and not even on the street yet, but he knows. The final few minutes of the footage are just him vibrating with anticipation by the door, and then the sound of the key in the lock. The camera captures the explosion. The moment the door opens, it's pure, unadulterated chaos and joy. He's jumping, he's spinning, his tail is wagging so hard his whole body wiggles. He's making these little happy yelps and burying his head in my legs. While experts say keeping rivals calm can also reduce anxiety, it's hard not to match his energy when the greeting is this ecstatic. This is the payoff for him. The waiting is over. For me, seeing this reunion, contrasted with his lonely howl from earlier, makes everything crystal clear. The reveal and solutions. Okay, so watching all of that back was an experience. Seeing him play was hilarious. Seeing him sleeping on the couch was expected. But seeing him howl like that? It really made me realize that even if he's not destroying the furniture, his alone time could definitely be improved. It's not about fixing a bad dog, it's about enriching the life of a good boy who just gets a little lonely. His mental health is important. So, I dove into the research and started implementing a few simple changes that have made a world of difference. And this is the practical part. One promised you the solutions that can help. First, we seriously upped our enrichment game. Boredom can be a huge factor in separation-related behaviors, so now, before I leave, I give him a mission. This usually involves a puzzle toy. There are tons of amazing ones out there, from beginner-level snuffle mats that encourage them to forage for treats, to more advanced puzzles that make them think. It keeps their brain engaged and provides some much-needed mental stimulation. We started with a level 1 puzzle, and he figured it out pretty quickly. So now we're on to a level 2 brick-style puzzle that really makes him think. It's a fantastic way to turn mealtime or treat time into a fun challenge. Second, we started a new pre-departure routine. A tired dog is a happy dog. So, we make sure he gets a really good walk or a game of fetch in before I have to go. Providing plenty of physical exercise can help a dog relax and rest while you're away, burning off excess energy that might otherwise turn into anxious behaviors like pacing or barking. It's not just about tiring out his body, but also about giving him that focused one-on-one time, which strengthens our bond and makes our departures less stressful. Finally, we've worked on desensitization. Dogs are brilliant at picking up on cues that you're about to leave, picking up keys, putting on shoes, grabbing a bag. These actions can start to trigger their anxiety before you've even opened the door. So, throughout the day, I'll randomly pick up my keys and then just sit on the couch. I'll put my shoes on and then walk to the kitchen for a snack. The goal is to break the association, to teach him that those cues don't always mean I'm leaving. Over time, it's made him so much calmer about the whole process. Now it's worth saying that while these strategies are widely recommended and can be incredibly effective for many dogs, some dogs with more severe separation anxiety might need a little extra help, like intervention from a certified trainer or veterinary behaviorist. This whole experiment has been so eye-opening. You really don't know what your dog is up to until you see it for yourself. For us, we're using a furbo that lets us see him and even toss him a treat. And if you're curious about what your own dog is doing, I'll leave a link to it in the description. But more importantly, this journey showed me that our dogs have rich emotional lives that we're only partially privy to. That lonely howl taught me more about my responsibility as a pet owner than any book ever could. It's our job to make their world as full and happy as possible, especially when we can't be in it. What about you? Have you ever used a pet camera? What's the funniest or most surprising thing you've seen your dog do? Share your stories in the comments below. I'd love to read them. And of course, for more of Buddy's adventures and more tips on how to give your dog the best life possible, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Thanks for watching. Now, I think I have to go give my dog a hug.